Brodes Media.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't be doing that. 70? 70? You're telling me this man, no warm-up, dropped 70? And by the way, one three-pointer made, only one turnover, 18 boards. Dude had 59 after 3. Dude had 24 after 1. He doesn't make any sense. And this is an outrageous watch. Full disclosure, this was a night when I saw the San Antonio Spurs as their matchup. So I grabbed the iPad. Listen, you married folks know how it goes. I said tonight is a night where I'm watching an 8-win Spurs squad. Greg Popovich coming to town. I'll watch the game on my iPad with one AirPod in while the wife and I tune into a Netflix show we've been watching. But as it started to progress, I said, yo, hon, I think we got to make a change. Yo, babe. And then you know what she said to me? So then we watched Joel Embiid drop 70. 70 fucking points? 70. 7-0. In what? 37 minutes? 37 minutes? 37 minutes! You go through the history of the league. Not that it's bad to need 45 minutes to drop 70. That's still impressive. But when it's the shortest amount of time in NBA history, this is historic. It's historic. And I'm loving every second of it. I know that the Sixers pods have not been as frequent as maybe in years past. And it's disappointing to me. I'm just not able to get it done at the rate I once did, and I've sort of changed from the every single game post-game show, every single game, to more of what's the biggest storyline in Philadelphia. And unfortunately for us, it's been recently about the Eagles' downfall and the collapse, and I've been sucked down that rabbit hole so much. One, it's super refreshing to see this, but the reason, or talk about this, I should say, yeah, seeing it too, but the reason I bring this up is I've been watching the Sixers. I've been engaged in the Sixers. I'm not one of these just get me to the second round and let's see if you can do it type of people. I do not really relate to them. You have to get to the playoffs first. And when it becomes playoff time, and it is now the spring, and we are watching this team compete in the second round, well then, yeah, all those talking points are valid. But what I'm not going to do is rob myself of enjoying Joel Embiid's greatest season ever. Now, I'm not even ruling out that he somehow steps up his game and does even more next season, because I thought 2 years ago that maybe we saw his ceiling. All the dude does is work his damn ass off, improve at such a high level. When he hit 60, and then he hit those little jimmies, got himself to 65, almost 70. 70's happening. 70's happening. And when Daniel House rips an open shot and the whole Wells Fargo Center, bow! Bow! Yo, House, you gotta read the room, brother. That ain't the time. You gotta feed the big man. You gotta let Hans go to work. Watching the celebration in the locker room, seeing the togetherness of this crew. Nick Nurse hasn't seen anything like it. You got to enjoy this thing, man. You do. When, I remember, maybe was it like 5, 6, 7 years ago-ish? Time flies, right? Whenever the Golden State Warriors, Cleveland Cavs, NBA Finals, NBA Finals, NBA Finals, NBA Finals, every year you could pencil them in. For God's sake, there was a bet on all the sports books at the time where it's either going to be that matchup again or any other matchup in the NBA Finals. You get the league, and then you could bet the favorite, which was Cavs Golden State Warriors. But there was something special at the time. And not that I don't find it super enjoyable to watch Steph Curry now, but there was once a time where when you went to TNT, when you went to ESPN for the 10:30 game, it's the back of a doubleheader, right? It was like, whoa, You're watching something so elite, so magnificent. He's changing the way the game is played, hitting bombs from 90 feet, 390 feet, 590 feet. This dude is hitting nothing but back iron, and the net barely moves. That's how gross he is. Well, I know I'm a little bit biased here, just a tad, just a tiny bit emotionally invested, but I'd imagine the way this big man is destroying opponents, that the other people who are just fans of other teams, when they flip it, oh, Joel Embiid, I gotta watch. I gotta invest my time. I gotta sit down for 48 minutes and see what this cat does. Right? I ain't talking about no cat in Minnesota. How's your 60 plus with a fucking loss? We ain't losing this game. And it wasn't a blowout, okay? It wasn't those, hey, Nick Nurse is electing to give Joel Embiid that nudge on the back to go get his high scoring number. They did need it. The Spurs did not go away. Now, I love that Wemby had to go up against that. Dude, oh my God, if I had to go up against Joel Embiid, I don't know what I'd do, but I wouldn't be having a good time thinking about it. Hey, yo, Wemby, you want to get to the top of the league? Right now, I'm sure there's some inspiration there. All right, now, if I want to be something special, this is what it takes. This is a grown man's league, man. There was a part of me that actually watched Wemby and thought, okay, when we got Joel Embiid in the second, third year, and we were telling ourselves how amazing he was, and he was. I mean, to pick up a basketball when he did in his career and be as good as he was in the first couple of seasons. But my point is, something that I always took time to really nail down, and I used to fight Sixers fans left and right, is it's a grown man's league. Right now, look at Joel Embiid. Look at where he is physically. Look at where he is from a mature level. Think about his mental state. All of it. It is a totally different human being from when you first get established and your name starts to have a little bit of drive towards it. You see the difference? I know the old school heads, and I'll put my hand, I didn't watch Wilt Chamberlain, obviously, but there's a reason why he is discussed as highly as he is. The dude was one of a kind, and you can legitimately, whether you agree, disagree, it's a LeBron MJ thing, you feel a certain way, someone else feels another way, but at the end of the day, you can legitimately have that debate. Well, you can legitimately have the debate of Joel Embiid being better than Wilt frickin' Chamberlain, and I'm supposed to not enjoy this because they haven't been able to get out of the second round. We'll get to that discussion when the time is here. But I'm just saying right now, Joel Embiid is giving every ounce into this city, into basketball, into his craft, and let the chips lay as they may, right? Wherever the ball lies, we're going to have to play it. But I'm willing to go to basketball war with this guy over pretty much right now in the entire league. He's the best player in the NBA. He's the best player in the NBA right now. This dude grew up from a totally different country, comes here, gets our beautiful city, and now look where he is, and look how dedicated, look how motivated, and he does use the outside noise, all right? He's very aware of all the things that have been said about his career, about what he needs to do to solidify himself, how he needs to win a championship. He's bottling that up, and he is doing everything in his body to make sure you all have to shut the fuck up, right? Just a backhanded slap across the cheekbone, and he wants to be disrespectful. All right, none of this soft. This motherfucker gets the backhand rolling towards the back of his ear and just giving you a good, dirty, filthy backhand. And that's what he wants to do with the Larry O'Brien underneath of his arms.